Rivalries, the spice of football. It's more than just goals and points. It's hatred, it's history, it's your nan refusing to speak to your uncle because he supports the wrong club. Today we're diving into 10 of the most ferocious football rivalries. If your clubs aren't mentioned, feel free to leave a comment. Starting with the Murzyside Derby, both clubs are based in Liverpool, a city in the county of Merseyside. The River Mersey separates the city from the Wirral, but the real divide is between Anfield, Liverpool, and Goodison Park, Everton, which are literally just 0.6 miles apart. The roots of the rivalry trace back to 1892 when a dispute within Everton led to a split between club officials. Everton had originally played at Anfield, but after disagreements with the club's landlord, John Holding, they relocated to Goodison Park. Moving on to Benfica and Sporting, the Derby de Lisboa is Portuguese football's most heated rivalry, and when you see the passion from both fans, it is easy to see why. The Lisbon-based Giants are two of the most successful clubs in league history, alongside Porto, so there's invariably been many a game where the title that season has been determined by who comes out on top in the derby. If any neutral fans wanted to experience what a serious European footballing rivalry is, then Benfica versus Sporting is right there up among the best. Back to the Premier League with Arsenal and Spurs. Originally, Arsenal were a South London club based in Woolwich. In 1913, they moved to Highbury, right into Tottenham's North London territory. After World War I, the Football League decided to expand the First Division. Arsenal, who finished 5th in the Second Division, were mysteriously voted into the top flight. Spurs were meant to stay up, but got relegated instead. No playoffs, no logic, just a cheeky bit of gentleman's agreement politics from Arsenal's board. Number 4, Celtic and Rangers represent opposite sides of almost every divide imaginable in Glasgow, Scotland's second city. The former supporters are generally Catholic, Republican, and Socialist, while the latter's fans are Protestant, Loyalist, and Conservative. While Celtic fans wave the Irish tricolour, their Rangers counterparts raise the Union Jack. Given the first recorded meeting taking place in 1888, it is one of the oldest derbies on the planet, and with so much more on the line than just football. While Barcelona and Real Madrid don't share the same city, the two giants of Spanish football are part of one of the most intense rivalries on the planet. The supporters are always well up for El Clásico, which dates back to the Spanish Civil War in the 1930s. The football on display between the two teams has been wonderful to watch over the years, with some of the best El Clásicos occurring in the past 20 years. The Derby della Capitale is arguably Italy's biggest game, at least from a supporter's point of view. This clash is one of the more peculiar among the others on this list, as both sides play their home matches at the Stadio Olimpico in the capital city. The hatred between the teams has been on full display throughout the years, with supporters desperate for bragging rights in the Italian capital. The low point of this derby was perhaps reached on March 24, 2004, when the game was abandoned shortly after halftime after a riot broke out in the crowd. Fights then poured out into the streets surrounding the stadium. As with several other matchups, politics and religion play their part. From its origins between the wars to the present day, the rivalry between Borussia Dortmund and Schalke 04 has never ceased to grow. But unlike many other rivalries, this one is mainly due to the fact that the two clubs are geographically close. Only 40 kilometers separate the two Rhineland cities. Both teams have had their moments of glory in their respective histories, although recent results tend to favor the Schwarz-Gelben side. Schalke now play in the antechamber of German football, yet the antagonism between the two foes has never eased, and there are plenty of anecdotes to be found in their encounters. AC Milan versus Inter Milan may not quite be the spectacle it was during the 2000s, but the supporters are still always well up for the meeting when it comes around each year. Neither club has to travel to face the other, as they both play their football in the San Siro, one of the most famous stadiums in world football. Football is one of the many passions that run through the city, and more than 200 games have been played between the two Italian giants since Inter were founded in 1908. A clash between two sides representing the two biggest cities in the entirety of France, the rivalry between Marseille and PSG has reflected the broader regional tensions that have engulfed the pair as well. Even though it has arguably been one-way traffic in terms of results in the way of PSG, Marseille fans no doubt circle the clash against the Parisians at the Stade Velodrome as the main match day on the calendar. A derby that unfortunately hasn't been seen as often as football fans would have liked. The Tyne-Wear clash between Newcastle United and Sunderland is up there as one of the most passionate games in the world. Both sets of fans are so passionate, you'd think the winner gets ownership of the Angel of the North if it meant winding each other up. One time, a Sunderland fan accidentally cheered a Newcastle goal. He's still in hiding under witness protection in Carlisle. Okay, that was a joke, but that's how serious their rivalry is. And that's a wrap on football rivalries, where loyalty runs deep, grudges run deeper, and nobody can agree on anything. Give the video a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.